Hey, Krafty Karl here on a Sunday morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Just taking a shot of the basement here from this vantage point now because I am quite pleased to announce that my north wall, the little portion that I ripped out, is all rebuilt now. That dresser and the shelving unit with the boxes there was basically out to the middle of the room here for a couple of months while I was getting all that done, and a ton of other stuff, obviously. That table right there was just plumb full of auto parts and model kits and whatnot. So incidentally, that picture there, my youngest son gave that to me. I really like that picture of New York City there with the cabs in color. But yeah, nice to have that space all cleared out there. And if I roll around this way, you can see actually how much room I have now, which is great. I just bought this table before Christmas because I had plans to do some demonstration videos on the table, which is coming up. And I think in one of the last video updates, I showed that the east wall and that little corner there is all done now. Basically got my storage room back and all my electrical. So quite pleased with that. That's a really old 50s dining set there that my wife picked up in Winnipeg. There's a makeshift spot to put kits on and go through some parts or whatever, or just kind of sort stuff out. So the fireplace is eventually going to get sealed off. I insulated all up top there, and just kind of get rid of the draft. We never use this, and we never will. The upstairs fireplace is a gas insert in it. So, or pardon me, airtight wood insert. So sometimes we use that, but we're not really big fireplace people. And hey, there's a good poster there, White Line Fever. That was a great trucking movie. Of course, the W9 and 116, that's been doubling as a test mule for some of the parts that we're developing with 3D Concepts Limited, and eventually maybe in another 9 years that kit will get done. But yeah, I went through all my models, and what I wanted to do today was try and start a new series here. I'm going to go through all of my kits, my complete inventory. And what I've done is I've arranged my trucks and my trailers because I had everything just kind of scattered here and there. And I've got it all kind of sorted out the way, just organized the way I like it. But like I said, today I'm going to do a brief rundown of what I have left in my inventory, and let's just start with this shelf here. So I'm gonna move back and get a vantage point from there. So that is basically all trucks. Most of those kits are factory sealed. Got a couple of Freightliner cabs here. These are projects that are in the works. You see the one that's in primer on the left. It's been stretched out to an 86-inch BBC for Freightliner cab over, and it's going to get the updated steps and whatnot. And the headlight drop has been completed on it. I'm actually going to do a review of that one and show the Archer rivet detail that I used on those notoriously difficult Freightliner cabs from AMT. So, but including the trailers up top, The Mobius, I got 2 of the smooth side and 2 of the bead side 53s there. I got plans for those. I'm going to make a turnpike with a Freightliner FLD in SLH Transport colors to mimic one of the many turnpikes I drove when I worked for Sears. But yeah, so there's my Kenworths. Some of them or most of them. And we got some Freightliners. We got some Italy stuff on the bottom there. And then, of course, we got some, I put a bunch of dump trucks and construction equipment together there and whatnot. I got the big International Pay Hauler 350 there. It's still factory sealed, and I do plan on building all these kits one day. But until I've got some of them open until I get around to actually, getting down to business on a kit. I'm going to leave most of them factory sealed. So, anyways, 43. Before I shot the video here, I went on each shelf and I did a count of how many kits I got on each one. So, this complete shelf, top to bottom, there's 43 kits on that one. And I roll around to this next shelf here. I got a ton of those double header 27-foot Trailmobile pups. I just love that kit. I got a whole bunch of plans for those. Some more Kenworth stuff up top here, and then of course all my Titan 90 and Astro 95 stuff. I just love those cab overs. But there's my one project. If anybody saw my transit mixer there, the challenge mixer completed. It's in the museum now, and this is going to be one of the other theme trucks that goes with it. I took the International the Paystar 5000 dump truck kit, and I took that dump box out of it. I'm going to use the Paystar kit for I'm thinking an oil field truck. But anyway, that one's under construction. I got plans to build another one here just as a tractor. And then I'm going to use the low boy and the dozer and kind of have it like a themed construction company there. So what do we got below here? We got a bunch of Fords put together, some Coca-Cola stuff, my Macs. And then below here, those garbage trucks. I used to work for a company called BFI. I plan on building a really nice BFI garbage truck like the one I used to operate. And I just need a S-Series International, which hasn't been out for a long time, but I'm hoping they do come back. And then a whack of my trailer kits there. So on this shelf here, we've got 58. All right, let's take a look at these shelves over here. So most of my truck stuff was over there. This shelf here has got a bunch of car models, and then got some truck stuff up top here. This kit right here is factory sealed, and I really look forward to building that one day. I'm just going to build it box stock, just right out of the box, the way it looks on the art there, on the box art. And then same with this one here, this Scania, and then this other platform truck, which I think is really cool. So anyway, some more truck stuff up there. I did grab a couple of the 132s that just came out with the Chevy Bison and the tanker. I like the tanker trailer because it's the oval shape and not the round one. So, but I'm a big car lover, muscle car builder, and car model builder, obviously too. But here's some of the kits that I got plans for. A lot of this stuff is still factory sealed. Was really happy to see these two come back out. or the 66 Malibu and the 55 Chevy. This would have been what they had the Badman kit built after, and this would have been released I don't know how many times previous. In so many releases, it was black with the flame decals decals, which I thought are just kind of cool, just old school stuff. So these kits here, this one I bought open but complete. One of my favorite pro stock guys ever, Warren Johnson's car from the 90s. The Ford man here, Bob Glidden, just a champion to, I don't even have words for all the accomplishments that this guy's done. And then Frank Iaconio, heavy duty pro stock guy back in the day. But sorry, Frank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a rare Morrison Camaro. I think at one time they did have that model out, but I picked up some decals from Slicks, and I'm going to turn that Camaro into Lee Shepard's car, because he was just one of my all-time favorites as well. Getting down to this shelf here, we've got some drag race stuff and the LA Dart, of course. A super classic kit. I was really waiting for that USA 1 Vega to come out, Bruce Larson, and then they redid it in Bill Jenkins' car there underneath Larson's USA 1 car. Incidentally, this Badman, now we're going to go through all these shelves individually over the next couple of videos, but this Badman right here is the original issue from 60, I think it's 68, and it's factory sealed. It's the most rare and valuable kit that I have, and the contents of it, as long as it's in my possession, will never see the light of day, because that's going to stay factory sealed. And I built a Badman. I still got that at home here on one of my shelves. And I just hope they re-release that car again, because it's just one of the funnest kits to build, in my opinion. So, and then down here, I kind of got some stock car stuff put together. Was really happy to see the Lenny Pond Malibu come out. I picked up that Pepsi Chevelle above it. I think it's supposed to be more of a Laguna. But that Colonnade stuff, body style stuff from 73 to 77, GMA body cars, I really love them. So I got some of these really good, that Salvino stock car stuff there. Some of my favorite drivers there, including Bobby and Donnie Allison. And of course, Mr. Petty. And then on the bottom here, I'm not including that in the count, but that's a bunch of 116, 118 scale plastic case display cases. I plan to do a 116 scale funny car lineup, and yeah, at some point, it'll all get built, right? So, but anyway, not including the display cases, we got 53 kits on this shelf with the trucks up top. So, and then basically this shelf here, I didn't include the die-cast kits. Those Testers Lincoln Mint 69 Charger RT and 69 GTO Judge. It's one of my favorite cars ever. The 69 Judge just sounds awesome. And some old body shop stuff there, and American Muscle, whatever, Johnny Lightning, and then I got a couple of course, those 150 scale cranes. Those things are stupidly expensive, but yeah, they're just sitting on the bottom there. So I haven't included those in the count, but then I go into all my pickup truck kits. And a couple more stock cars on the one end there to tie into the other stock car collection. A bunch of the 124 scale stuff, which I really like. And got an idea to build these out as all just kind of like, old school muscle cars and whatnot. Have like a little theme there, maybe even a mock-up drag strip or something like that. But I got a couple of these under construction. When we go through each shelf, we'll get to see what's going on with those. And up here, we got some more kits here. We got all the tool stuff. I'd like to do diorama with like a shop and whatnot. Some of this emergency stuff I really dig, especially the old Ford. I want to say it's maybe a Galaxy or a Fairlane. I don't know. Kind of cool. And then this bad man, I don't really count it. I didn't count it because it's full of spare parts and tires and stuff for all my car stuff. So, yeah. And then up top, I had to crown this with my Revell collection here. These are some of my all-time favorite kits. Sorry about the glare of the lighting there. Geez, that's annoying. Okay, there we go. So the Alaskan hauler, and then the Kenworth Aerodyne there from Revell. It's got the cap motor in it, just like the other Peterbilt. They're kind of like snap-togethers. But, of course, the 359, I just love that kit, especially with the opening doors. Picked up another W9 dump truck, and actually have inspiration to actually build that as a dump truck. I took that last W9 dump truck kit and turned it into a day cab tractor, and that one's down at the museum too. So this kit here, was really happy to pick that up. It's not factory sealed, it's open but complete. But that T600 Big Sleeper from Revell, that's a pretty rare kit now. So I picked up that one when I had the chance. And I saw, I used to drive a couple of T600s back in the day. And then, of course, they went to T800. But I saw a T600 done up on a TV show or something I was watching on YouTube, I think. And it was so gorgeous. I was just like, yeah, I really need to build one of those. So anyway, I got it. It's sitting there waiting to go at some point. But like I said, without including my parts box there, the bad man, I got 49 kits on this shelf. So what I'll do is move over here now. Now, this is my last shelf. And what I'm not including is the boxes on the bottom there. That's the original. It's upside down, but you can see it's the W9 dump truck, and that's the truck I built into my my black Kenworth day cab. So on the left is just all tires and wheels, and on the right is a whack of other truck parts, all truck parts, interior parts, exhaust, suspension stuff, you name it, stuff that I've been collecting for years. Some aftermarket stuff in there and whatnot. And yeah, before our 3D printing business, 3D Concepts Limited, before that was even a thought, I'd been collecting, stuff for just pretty much decades, I guess. So. But anyways, on the shelf above, I don't count this stuff here because the Vet and the Thunderbird stock car, that's part stuff there. I'm trying to sell those kits. They're missing a few parts that I took off of them, but they're pretty much complete other than a few items. So to some builder, they might be helpful. The Mac is a request from a friend to build a single axle bed truck. He sent me some pictures of a trucking company, a local trucking company So I told him, I said, well, hey, as long as you're not in a hurry, I'd be able to get that done for you at some point. So, and then in that box there, that's 3D Concepts parts, some of the stuff that I showcased in the launch video, and then some of the other stuff that I just, I don't have a lot of stuff here. We keep a lot of that stuff down at the main warehouse. So these kits here, they're not kits. They're kits that were built, obviously. So I keep a bunch of instructions and just, I guess, literature and whatnot from kits in the Peterbilt box here. This, I keep a bunch of styrene plastic. This one here, I keep a bunch of odds and ends and stuff. So there's no kits in there. The Coca-Cola trailers, these are the ones that are under construction for the Rocky Mountain Double. This was a leftover from my Super Bee that I built for the Pacific 66 Peterbilt 352. This one for the 53-foot kit bash on the livestock trailer. That's on my K100 flat top. And then this kit here was parts left over from when I did the 53-foot high boy for the W900. And like I said, I've got videos on that from when I first started the channel. And I mean, you look at some of those videos and then the videos I'm doing nowadays. And yeah, it's coming along. I'm happy to say that I think the quality and everything's getting a lot better here. So anyways, but no, like I said, none of those are kits actually. Now we start at the kits. This is one of my prize shelves here. This is all my 1/16 scale stuff. These old funny cars, I love them. I can't wait to dig into them. The Revolutor, it's the Grand Prix funny car. I picked that one up on Marketplace, and yeah, I was pretty happy to get it. So Jungle Jim, of course, I built one of those before, and then somebody saw it and really wanted it, and I ended up selling it, and I kind of regret that, but it was a nice kit when it was all built. And yeah, some of this 55 Chevy stuff, we got plans for that. And then the old Duke stuff here. So I've got an original Dukes that I bought off Marketplace as well. It was pretty cheap. It's missing a few parts, but I wanted it to see if the body had that actual fender contour wheel opening like the original Charger, like an actual Charger, not this one here that's all radiused up like the stock car. But when I opened it, unfortunately it's radius as well, so that's too bad, but I still plan on building that stuff out. I want to build a Dirty Mary Crazy Larry rendition of a Charger with big boots and a blown Hemi in it. But anyway, we'll get to that. And then up top, the jewels of the 1/16 world there. I got two Peterbilts. One's a parts kit, one's a full complete kit. Those are both the historic series from the 2014, 2013 releases. Same with this one. This is not the original from the 80s, but it's factory sealed anyway. And I think I made a mistake. I know I made a mistake when I said my Aerodyne was factory sealed. It's not. It's open but complete. But I got a smoking deal on all this stuff. It's ridiculously expensive. And then I got one of those 40-foot flatbeds. I know where there's another one and a parts box of flatbed stuff. It's got the whole tandem suspension in it as well. So I'm thinking of picking that stuff up so I can turn this into a Super Bee and put it behind a tri-drive Pete, which is why I bought the extra parts kit there, because it's got all the extra frame and axles, suspension, whatnot. I can make a tri-drive. Now, a friend of mine did give me that tri-drive suspension tucked in there. I'm not going to pull it out. It's the 116 Pete. It's built really nice. They did a good job on the frame stretch and everything like that and whatnot. Don't know if I'm going to use it yet or not. I kind of have my doubts. I do appreciate it, Ken, for gifting that to me. Excuse me. But I have a feeling that I'm just going to create my own rendition of that when I actually get down to business with that tri-drive project. So, and I will be putting a ton of 3D Concepts 116 scale parts on there as well. So, anyways, when it comes right down to actual kits on this shelf, 15. So that is my entire inventory as it stands right now. 15, 49, 53, and then 58, and 43, for a total of 218 kits, with probably 3/4 of them factory sealed still. So now 218 kits might not seem like a lot of kits for for a serious model builder or collector or whatever, but at one point I've already sold, I think it was 770 some, all factory sealed, and I sold those a couple years ago. A couple in a package, like a lot in a package, and then a couple individual ones and whatnot, because I was just getting just way bogged down with kits. Like, just I would never get to building them all, and I was collecting them when I bought them a lot cheaper than they are nowadays. So did I make some money? Yeah, I would say I made a little bit of money off those. But prior to selling that big lot of 770, whatever it was, prior to selling that, I sold another collection back in I think it would have been the mid 2000s. And another collection I had there was 500 and some kits. So and they were all factory sealed as well. So when you factor that together, if I would have kept everything, I'd be at like 1,500 kits now. And yeah, it's just a little bit too much. As much as I love models, I just want to say that that would have been a little bit too much to deal with. So, but anyway, so there's the inventory. Krafty Karl, 218 model kits, the way it stands right now. That's probably going to go up to 220 here because the 112 Camaro, 69 Camaro's coming out, and I'm going to pick that kit up again, and then the Aerodyne, the 125 scale with the blue box art from AMT. That kit's obviously been re-released as well, so that'll bring the collection up to 220. And even though I have the Papa truck here, which is basically that same kit with the car or the drag truck hauler body, I'm still gonna buy the one that just got released, the blue one there. So, but anyways, that's what we have. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each shelf, and I'm talking like shelf by shelf, and I'm gonna take one collection of models off each shelf, and I'm going to set them up on my new table there, and I'm going to go through each model, and I'm going to show on some of the models what I've started, and because I've got a bunch of stuff started. I've probably got about 10 or 12 kits that are partially under construction. I'm going to set them up on the table there. We'll go through them. We'll do some pricing, what I actually paid for them when I first bought them, what they're asking for model kits now, which is just getting really expensive, and then show you guys what's in some of the open kits, and then what I've started building on some of the kits that are, like I said, some of the kits that are under construction. So, but, and then, yeah, before I go, I'll just throw this in there too. So I said I was going to do some weathering. I've only weathered a few models in my lifetime. I like to build them non-weathered, I guess. I don't know, I was a little bit scared about the weathering and stuff, and I'm not going to get too much into this or whatever, but I did start doing some dry brush techniques. I did a bunch of studying and watched a bunch of videos and stuff, and pretty pleased with how the frames come out so far. One of the fuel tanks I got going on, I got some weathering on that. Did some of the wheels. I did one side so I can see what the difference looks like and whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to do another update video on the K100 Rocky Mountain Double project. So I'll save a bunch of that stuff for later. And for right now, we'll call her good on that one. Once again, I apologize for the lighting, but I'm just super happy to have everything back in order here. I got so much room now. I don't feel as suffocated and under the gun to get some of this critical construction done, seeing as we're in the depths of winter here in good old Alberta, Canada, which is going to get brutally cold here right away. But anyways, and then just one quick glimpse of that. I got all my auto parts sorted out, and I forgot some of the stuff I'd even had. I collecting parts as I go here for my truck. I've got about 90% of it in the basement, between the basement and the garage now. So, and on that note, tomorrow, because we get hit so hard up here in Canada for shipping and whatnot, tomorrow I'm going to head down to Montana. That's about 5 hours away from me, maybe closer to 6, but I got some more parts I got to pick up at the Montana shipping outlet, which is a warehouse on the Montana side, of course, Sweetgrass. And for me to spend a day driving down there, and a little bit of gas money, whatever, it's a big day. But I'll tell you what, I'll go through that one day. I save thousands on shipping by doing that. I go down, I put a big order in, I send it all to the warehouse, I go down there, I come through customs back into Canada, I declare the value of everything I have, I pay the GST, the goods and services tax, 5% on all of it, and I'll tell you what, it's like I said, in order to build hot rods up here and muscle cars and stuff, you got to be pretty savvy with the parts, who you order from, where you send it, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's already a brutally expensive hobby to begin with, but no sense in making it that much more outrageous with some of the shipping costs and whatnot. So anyways, enough blabbing on that. We'll get into one shelf at a time here, and that's going to be coming up soon. I also got an update coming up on some of the 3D Concepts Limited parts, and some added information on our load securement packages and whatnot. So, but until the next video, as always, thanks for tuning in, and keep on building those models.